whole lot of nonsense going on, and I'm just not okay with it. Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Portia. All my friends call me Porsh, so you could call me Porsh too. I make beauty, lifestyle, and random bachelor and bachelorette videos here on the tube, so if you like any of those things, keep on watching. So we are at the women tell all, and let me tell you, if it wasn't for the fact that I had to do this video, I probably would have changed the channel because it got on my last nerve. Like, I was just so annoyed that, like, by the time it hit 8 o'clock, I was like, it's not over yet. It's not done. Why are we still here? Now, I don't know if it's because of all the recent things that have come out with Bachelor Nation and Chris Harrison and Rachel Kirkconnell and now Taylor Nolan, which is a little weird because she's not even on this season. She was like 5 seasons ago, but you know, did it probably affect the women tell all and how everyone's viewing the women tell all? Yeah, but these women did not make it any better. I have come to the conclusion that I literally cannot stand anybody on this damn show except for Katie. Like, honestly, except for Katie, I literally hate everybody. Everyone is trash. Throw them in the trash. But now that my rant is over, we can actually get on to the Bachelor recap. And you know, I'm feeling feisty because I got the pigtails in, okay? I got the pigtails in, so I'm feeling a little saucy today. So it starts off with Chris Harrison introducing all the girls, and we get a small little subtitle underneath saying that this episode was previously recorded February 4th, 2021, which means don't come for us with Chris Harrison being on your screen because we had already filmed it. We weren't about to film it again. So as he's introducing the women, he gives like a pretty much just a trailer of everything that they've seen to that point. I think first thing that we talk about is the whole showdown between Jasenia and MJ. And Chris Harrison asks Jasenia how she feels. Jasenia says she still feels the same way, that she did the right thing. And you know, she just feels like MJ wasn't being truthful with Matt. MJ still says that she doesn't agree that she was being truthful with Matt and that she did admit to everything that he had done and she apologized for it, but she would have did that anyway if Matt would have had them, if they would have had a conversation at a different time. She lying. We know she lying, but whatever. And Jasenia says she doesn't think so. She thinks that's a little fake. Mari taps in. Weren't you like the 4th person to go? Like, didn't you leave in like the 4th rose ceremony? Mari hops in because she was MJ's roommate and says that MJ may have said and did some things that were wrong, but on no circumstance is she fake. Well, Mari, how did you know? Didn't all this go that? Weren't you already gone? Didn't Matt get rid of you already? Then we move on to more or less the bullying that is happening. Chris asked Ryan how she felt about all the bullying that was going on in the house, and Ryan tells him that she did not feel really good at all. She didn't feel safe. She didn't feel like it was a welcoming environment. You know, she didn't enjoy being called a hoe just because she was a dancer, or she didn't appreciate how mean Victoria was being to her. Now Victoria then chimes in and says, well, are you just a sensitive person? Because I've been being bullied on the internet and I'm not letting it happen. Like, it doesn't bother me.
Are you dumb?
Pardon me?
Are you dumb?
I think she's dumb. I think she's dumb.
Are you,
like, medically speaking, are you like...
Like, I'm not trying to be mean. Like, are you dumb?
Are you dumb?
Ryan is saying, no, you were a jerk. Just apologize. I mean, yeah, sorry, but like, don't you think you're being a little sensitive? And Ryan is like, no, I don't think I'm being sensitive at all. Which Victoria is saying, all these people are cyberbullying me and being mean to me online. Now, granted, you can't pick or choose your role in the show. Like, however the producers edit you is how the producers edit you. But everybody said what they said on that show. They didn't pull the words out your mouth out of thin air, okay? You said those things and you said them along those lines. You can't compare you getting bullied on the internet to you being mean to Ryan prior to all of this coming out on national television, because before that you were not getting bullied on the internet because didn't anyone know who you are. And I really wish that we could go back to the time that we didn't know you existed, because I feel like everything was better that way. Next thing that we hop to is some more flashback on some more drama, and Chris Harrison asks Katie about how she feels about pretty much being the white hat in the house, standing up for everyone that was bullied or done wrong or what have you. And Katie, being the boss babe, being the queen that she is, says that she doesn't regret any of it, that everyone had their part in what they did. They said what they said. And now, although I do not agree with what Katie says next, I mean, that is literally the only thing that I would say, dang, Katie, you shouldn't have said that. That's a little wrong. That's a little harsh. You should have reworded that. Now, she referred to everyone getting kind of the backlash that they're getting online right now as karma, which opened up a can of worms. And you could kind of tell on Katie's face that she kind of regrets saying the word karma. She just, you know, it is what it is. She's pretty much just saying, look, it is what it is. You guys said what you said. You know, the producers didn't make anybody say anything or do anything out of the ordinary, but you know, just own up to your actions. He just goes in on her. Surprisingly, one of the people that did it the most was Chelsea, and I'm a little surprised and taken aback and disappointed that she would do that, because like Chelsea is my girl. I love Chelsea. Like what? Chelsea is saying that if you didn't bring up the girls being bullied, then nothing would have happened to the girls being bullied. And the fact that this is everyone's logic on this show is beyond me. Like, it's literally beyond me. And all of these girls are saying there wasn't any bullying going on in the house. That was in the house was you, because you were the one that were toxic. You were the one that was starting all this drama. You were the one that was bringing it up. And Katie was like, I just made Matt aware of what was going on in the house. She said, I didn't feel comfortable. She was like, I know there was a few other girls that didn't feel comfortable. Now, I really wish that at this point in time, Brian and Brittany or any of the other girls that didn't feel comfortable with all the bullying going on, spoke up at this point, because you're just really letting Katie fall on this sword here. Like, she helped all of you out like a lot, which then a lot of them bring up that Katie had a disagreement with Sarah and all this other stuff, and that her and Sarah went back and forth, which Katie replies, me and Sarah talked it out like adults, and then everything was good because we had a conversation and we were able to talk it out. And pretty much all the girls were like, that's not how this works. Talking it out like an adult is not how it works. Is that not communicate? Is that not how it, I'm missing something? So the only one that slightly comes to Katie's defense is Jasenia, where she kind of says this kind of off the wall comment like, you know, I think Katie wasn't trying to make herself look better than everyone to Matt or anything. I don't think she was trying to do it for any personal gain. I think she was just doing it because she wanted to do it and she felt that it was right, because it wasn't nobody else gonna say nothing. So after the commercial break, We get to see a conversation between Chris Harrison and Brittany. Talks about how she's doing and, you know, how her life is now that the producers wanted to put out in the universe that she is an escort. And she says, you know, my life is changed. She didn't really want to talk to her family when she first got home. She didn't want to see her family and her friends. She was really embarrassed. She feels like she has to relive it all over again now, especially now it's on national television. And how if you Google her name, in the results, the first 20 results is how she's an escort or something along those lines. Anna and just all of her intensity. It just looks, all you see on her face is just like intensity and maybe constipation. Chris Harrison asks if Anna had said anything else to her. Brittany actually says that Anna never really reached out after anything, and she thought maybe, especially after everything had aired and everything was like said and done, that maybe Anna would reach out again and say, you know, hey, sorry about this, like real sorry, you know. And then Chris Harrison just says, Anna, do you have anything to say for yourself? And she says, I'm sorry. She goes on and says how she's really sorry, how she did it out of insecurity. She was angry, and she said, you know, she's working on not letting anger get the best of her. Imagine what Brittany is going through because of all the backlash that she's getting. So, and she knows that it's probably nothing compared to what she's getting. So the funniest part about all of this is that Victoria was like, but who told you about those things? And I want to know, Victoria, I know you are not trying to turn on this girl when y'all was like besties up in the house, and you were the main one. You were like one of the first people that she went to with it, and you took it and ran with it. Goes on to Anna just starting rambling and how she's really sorry. She didn't really know, but she was like, people did like contact her that were like mutuals of her and Brittany. You know, she goes on to say that Chicago is a small town. Chicago is a small what? It's a small So now after all of that, we finally get to see Katie's full edit, and oh my gosh, it was just so nice seeing somebody so unproblematic and minding their business and just wanting to have a good time and just wanting everybody to just be accountable. Accountability. This just the lack of accountability this whole season has. It's just giving me a headache, okay? So obviously, amongst her edit, Chris Harrison asks Katie how does she feel about her exit. She says that she, you know, she says at the time she didn't really know why or what went wrong between her and Matt, but she does say now that watching the footage back, she does understand, and that she could see that his feelings were way more progressive with other women in the house, and you know, that kind of gave her a little bit of closure, and you know, she wishes Matt all the best with whoever he chooses. So after that, we jump to another commercial break, and now we're back with Abigail's story. Abigail, oh, sweet Abigail. I love her, okay? She's a gem, Protect Abigail at all costs. Once again, Chris asks Abigail how she feels now, and she admits that she still kind of has questions about what went wrong or what happened or how come, you know, they didn't really get enough time to explore their relationship. So she said, you know, that she still has that what if factor that kind of, you know, taps her on the shoulder every now and then. But for the most part, she's also very appreciative of her time on the show because it gave her a platform for people in the hard of hearing community and people who are deaf or people who have implants like she does. Is it called implant? I don't, wait, is it called? Somebody correct me in the comments below. I don't know exactly what it's called, so I don't want to be ignorant and say the wrong thing. The next journey that we get to watch back is Piper's. Just instantly has a connection with Matt and how she was really falling for him. And once again, she feels like the rug was pulled out from under her and she doesn't really understand what happened, why it happened, or like, you know, what Matt's thought process was in not choosing her, especially when she was so close to hometowns. Chris Harrison asked if she has that closure that she needs, and she says she's not really sure, even though it really hurt her at first and it showed her like how she was tearing down her walls for Matt, that it did teach her how to be a little bit more open, self-aware, self-confident, so on and so forth, if you will. So last and final journey that we go on is Serena P, and we just see everything pretty much that we saw up until last week. And Serena P has a conversation with Chris Harrison saying that, you know, it was a really difficult decision. She's still really emotional about it, how she still has feelings for Matt. And Chris Harrison asked her the question that we actually do honestly all want to know, which is, do you feel like you messed up? But she replies, no, I don't feel like I made the wrong decision. I think I followed my heart. She was like, I didn't want to hurt Matt, and I know if I wasn't 1000% sure that he was someone I wanted to be with for the rest of my life, I did not want to take up somebody else's space. You know, that could have been somebody else getting sent home when they had strong feelings for Matt, and I'm a little unsure just for the simple fact of being here. For that, I 1000% respect Serena for. She did the right thing. I've been in that situation before where you care about someone a lot, but you just know that this is the end of the road. It's not going to get any better. So, you know, you just gotta do what you gotta do, and it hurts and it sucks, and you know, hopefully the person at the end of the day understands, or maybe they hate your guts. You never know. Finally, the beard appears. Matt appears at the end of the show to talk about why he broke up with every single girl on that couch, rocking that nice little glistening, as what we have coined it so far in Bachelor Nation, as the breakup beard. So Chris Harrison asks Matt how does he feel about the situation, and he says, you know, this was something completely totally new to me. I was never on The Bachelorette before, so I don't know how any of this was working. This was all completely new to me. Victoria and Serena C are all saying, hey, I know you're seeing us be like really horrible, mean people on TV, but I just really hope you don't think we're like horrible, mean people, because we're like horrible, mean people, but like we're not horrible, mean people. Matt being the white knight that he... That's a joke, but I really didn't mean that to be a joke. Matt, being the gentleman that he is, says, hey, I don't blame any of you for doing what you did, saying what you said, acting how you acted, because at the end of the day, I do not know what this what this competition did to you on the other side. He was like, I didn't really get to see the ins and outs. He was like, I was with you guys, but at the same time, I wasn't with you guys. They had separated. So he was like, you know, I can't blame you. He knows that a lot of this is TV magic, and he has a small conversation with Serena P, saying that, you know, if she's happy, he's happy. Piper, he says, you know, you just weren't it. I didn't want to bring you in the hometowns and you wasn't it. It wasn't hitting the same. And that, my friends, was the whole entire episode. I'll be really happy when this whole season is done. And honestly, I just started watching The Bachelor. And honestly, I don't know if I'm gonna watch it again because it was just so much. There's just a lot going on, okay? And I'm stressed out, okay? There's already a million things that I need to be stressed out about going on in the world, but The Bachelor, I don't need The Bachelor to be one of them, okay? I don't need to be stressed out about a TV show. So that is pretty much it, you guys. That is all for the Bachelor recap today for Batch Tuesdays. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video just like I enjoyed making this video. And if you did, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe down below because I make Bachelor videos every single Tuesday for the time being. So with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, bye guys.